Hello, all my kings and queens. I'm saying hi. You're reporting live from the solar mine of China. Yeah, I think I like that. What's up, guys? This is Sage Sunday, episode 10, and I'm here with my friend
Gensis lovely.
And we're going to talk about a strict topic today, and it's all about colorism. And really, she's my first Say Sunday guest, so I'm super excited. And really, she's going to explain to us and tell us a little bit of what happened when she went to file for employment at, is it KAMP or KAMP?
I think it's KAMP. I'm not for sure. I don't work there. So anyway, I don't get paid to pronounce it correctly anyway. It's not my business.
Well, fuck KAMP. Not but yes.
Again, not my business.
So she's going to explain to us what really happened there based on the color of her skin from this black-owned company.
So I went there on December the 9th. Was it December the 9th? I want to just double check, make sure I'm giving the right day. Okay. No, it was not the 9th. It was the, wait, I'm in the wrong month. Yeah, it was the 9th. It was the 9th. So it was on a Thursday. It was on a Thursday.
Right.
So I went there and went to put in the application. I was putting the application by myself at first. And then a little bit later, about a minute or two, another young lady walked in. She had on this white jumpsuit with, it was a short set though, with some white Air Forces. And she was asking for application, and she was asking about what positions were open. And the girl was telling her that it was the hostess position, because I was overhearing her. And so I remember her saying, you know, they only hire like light-skinned girls, and so that's what kind of piqued my attention to want to go up to where they were at the very front counter. So I went up there and I was like, so can you repeat that? And she was like, yeah, you know, they only hiring light-skinned girls, you know, with big booties and, you know, got all the surgeries and stuff. And I was like,
what?
So the other girl in the all white, she was right there, and I didn't get the feeling that she was as offended as I was.
Right.
Because her response was, yeah, they do that a lot.
So she experienced that a lot.
So you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I kind of thought I was tripping.
Right.
So I didn't want to cause a scene. You feel me? So I was like, can you go get the manager? You know, I would like to talk to the manager about it real quick. So he come back out after a while, and I was like, I was trying to make sure, you know, what she told us was correct. So I get it. She explained what she said. I don't know, but he just when I said what I said, he was just like, we're looking for something specific.
Right.
I just was like in shock that happened to me. I was just like.
And that other girl, she sounded like she experienced that a lot.
It sounded like I don't know her name, but I do know she was present for that conversation.
Right.
If you're hearing this, if you could reach out to me, I would appreciate it at Gensis Lovely.
Yes.
On Instagram, I would definitely appreciate it. I'll let you know.
Please contact her so I can contact you, so we can actually just get your story, because, you know, from the sound of it, sound like you went through this a lot of times, and we would like to know the businesses in Texas that does this honestly, so they don't have to, so we can bring awareness, because they don't need to be earning black dollars if you turn around our black women,
right? You
know, and for employment, which is something you're not supposed to do anyway, because that's illegal in Texas as a business standpoint. So, you know, I just hate that you went through that. I hate that she went through that, or any other dark-skinned female. I hate that they go through that. And it was funny because when I reposted your story, my other dark-skinned friend, she was like, you and me and we need to go back up to these businesses and all apply for a job, and whoever say something, I'm just gonna punch their head. Like, she's the wild one, but like, she was mad for you, and she's darker than you.
I've gotten that a lot, you know. And it doesn't even matter about darker or not darker. At the end of the day, it's about, do you have the credentials to do the job?
Right.
Not if I'm light, dark skin, bright skin, blue, blacker than night. You can see me below midnight. It don't matter.
Right.
It's, do I have the credentials to greet people with common courtesy? You know what I'm saying? Am I able to give good service? Am I able to remember the order? Am I able to, all of these steps that it takes to do this job, which is not hard to serve, to be a waitress or to bartend. It doesn't take a genius to remember some drinks.
Right. And it's just really, really crazy. And I do feel like you need to start a kind of like pretty much start, not, I don't want to say start a war, but you need to make an uproar about it. And not even in the negative way, because people, you know, when they say start an uproar, they were like, oh, now it's like all this negative stuff that's coming. But it's like, actually, no, you need to bring awareness to what actually happened and cause a scene, pretty much. Not in, like I say, once again, not in a negative way, but cause a scene to bring awareness to these businesses. Because if it's more than just K-Camp that's acting this way, then we don't need to be supporting them. And everybody that's on this whole support black businesses, we are the main ones who can't be there for our own, because either the business is acting some type of way, or it's just really ridiculous, because black people just can't get it together. They just can't get it together. And it's just sad that even when it comes down to getting a job, that's added to that, you know? And so it's like really, really, like, you know, you just really need to like stay up on their necks and just turn, like, girl, your video was circulating everywhere. Like, I seen your video everywhere. So you need to turn it into Badass Reloaded, because I know they're really here for Houston. The Shade Room, I think they got a Shade Room Houston too. Like, turn it into all these different platforms and bring awareness to it, because, you know, even when I saw your video circling around, I seen the comments, I seen the other people saying, oh, this happened to me too. And you know, sometimes they need that one person that is not scared to say something for everybody else to say something, because it's power in numbers, you know? So
I was just more offended that they was over there on some like dark skin, light skin type of stuff. And then, like, when I took a moment, when I went back outside after speaking with the manager, I was just like, I went on their page just to make sure, you know, I'm not tripping. That, you know, let me see if they are employing African American people, because you'll see that everybody posts this now. That's what to promote their business. That's what they're gonna do.
Social media is there.
So I go online and it's right there. It's just a row of very fair-skinned women. You know, I want to say some were Hispanic in diversity, and some were probably mixed with different races, including black. I'm not for sure. But no one looked like me. No one was a representation of me. And at the end of the day, we've come so far as being in like acting and movies and modeling to have representation that looks like us. They even made black Barbie dolls with shapes and breasts and thighs, Barbies. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, we never used to have representation like that in a Barbie, that I can now have a young girl and give her a Barbie doll that looks like her. That's saying, okay, this Barbie with the afro and the pinstripe suit, she's a doctor and she's playing with the Dr. Barbie. That's now promoting that healthy brain cell in that child. You feel what I'm saying? Representation. So at the end of the day, for you to not have any type of woman of color on your roster of women that you show on your page on Instagram, once again made me feel like, okay, I'm not tripping. What I experienced was real. I was not by myself. I should be offended. Like, Because I was just thinking, okay, old girl wasn't that mad. But as I was like getting home, I just kept getting madder. And I was just mad and getting mad and mad and mad. And I was just like, okay, you know what, let me explain this, because maybe I'm not the only one that experienced this, you know. And people, the world will let you know. They'll get you together real quick.
Right.
Okay? Real quick.
And it's just, I really hate that you went through that. I really do. It's really, really, really ridiculous. Like how certain people just can't, like, come on now, like, what the heck is wrong with y'all? Like, this girl probably has better qualifications than the ones you already hired, and because she's dark skinned, because you think you shape nice, so it's not like it had anything to do with, you know, like, the body. So I'm just like, come on now, it's just, you have to get it together. So have you taken like any legal steps for what happened?
So at this moment, right, if I am taking any legal steps at this moment, I want to kind of keep that with me and my attorneys, because things have to be done in a kind of like a delicate, sensitive type of manner, for as like just saying what happened to me, you know, in my story. But if it's other people that this has happened to that have worked at camp, who feel like they were discriminated against or have proof of discrimination, that would be great if you could come to me, because that would be considered class action. Yeah. And if multiple people are saying that this particular company has done something, then greater things could happen, and then that shows more, and it just goes up from there. Right. You know.
Right. As it should. It's a whole chain.
It's a chain effect. So if, from my understanding, there are people out there who've experienced this similar thing. And if it's any type of company that you've experienced any type of discrimination against, please let us know, so we can, like, I want to go ahead and make a list of these companies so I can report them, because I've already reported them to the BBB. Right. So that's one step. Right. Going to the Attorney General office, trying to figure out the steps on discrimination, racism within the applicant, because it's different forms that I found out. Like, you can be an employee and discriminate. You can be an employee or an applicant, or what is it they said? What was another one? Like, you can be consulting, and it's like different little levels. So any type of level that you have, that you've experienced different discrimination, either with Camp Houston or Camp affiliated, because Camp has like 3 different names listed under their BBB for their LLC. So if you have any of those 3 listed under their LLC, you can let me know, or any other black business, so we can get a list of those going.
Right. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm sorry this happened to you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, for sure, because it's something that needs to be brought to our attention. I knew colorism was out there, but I really just didn't know anybody who went through it like that, like how you had. So it's like I said, sometimes people out here who actually went through it, they need that one voice who isn't scared. And then that's when they were like, okay, now we can tell our story.
And there's a lot of women out here that's experiencing it, colorism. I didn't even know, until I said my story. Right. I was unaware that other women had went through it also. I was just as shocked. I was like, oh my. Right. This is happening? We doing this? Right. Okay.
Amongst black people at that.
Right. Like, at the end of the day, we do all these things. I was under the impression we was doing these things. We was doing these black entrepreneur months and these black business awards and all these things to support each other, to support each other's accomplishments, success. Not to sit there and say, oh, I'm only gonna support you if you this way.
Right.
If you light, if your skin just right, you know how dumb you sound.
Right. And honestly, as a woman, that just shoots down confidence. Like, it's already a lot of black people, especially like, because I know in Africa they do it a lot. Dark skinned women, they're bleaching their skin to be lighter. And
okay, I didn't know that this was a thing.
Yeah.
I thought this was something that was going on like back in the 50s, 60s. Like, I know
girl, that's been happening for years, and it's such a trending thing that I think, I don't know what part of Africa. I do remember seeing it. It happens in the States too, but it's very, very known over there because they're darker.
See, this is why I said this can be mentally disturbing to tell someone that they're not dark, that they're too dark. Yeah. That's why I said, I'm not, if I was a person who was, depressed or feeling that way, I would feel, that way. And it's sad that society or the world or people telling that you're too dark and to not love your skin that you're in, to want to go that far, to put an extensive bleaching cream on your body.
They got bleaching by the buckets.
That's what I'm saying.
By the buckets. And I know women in the States, not personally, but I know certain women in the States, like, if they're darker, they would try to make themselves lighter because they actually do feel like light-skinned women have the upper advantage. And even with me being light-skinned, I can't really speak on it because, in my eyes, the main ones who are like really kind of going through this in this society in this modern time are the ones who's like in the club scene or, that's doing the nightlife, because that's where the bottle girls and the hostess and stuff like that. Well, I'm a preschool teacher, so I never really had to dibble and dabble with stuff like that. Preschool teachers don't really have to go through that, but I kind of stuck with that and kept it moving. Like, I go to school and do that. But when it comes to the club scene, like, I've seen how promoters only go for like light-skinned women to be in their section to party with. And not only that, but you have to look like you had surgery to party with them. Like, me and my friends will be partying with Johnny Dane type shit, but some of the other girls could sit in a section with us because they not looking a certain type of way. And half of the time it wouldn't even be skin color. It would be because they didn't have a bigger ass or bigger boobs. Like, that's all, like I said, to me, I can't speak for nobody else. To me, I've seen it mostly when it comes to the nightlife. And that's like, the clubs, the fucking bars and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure this is like very, very evident shit. I know it's been going on for years. So that's why I say sometimes a person like you, because you not no scary ass girl, and I'm so glad you're not, and you definitely not insecure. So you was just like, what the fuck, and now you telling your story as you should. So it's just like you are going to. I could tell that now, like, especially these process steps, because there's gonna be shit that's gonna try to stop you, but don't stay on their necks. Do not stop. Trying to tell your story about this, because this is just downright ridiculous. And sometimes you have to look at it even as, like I said, you also got to look at the bigger picture. And even though, this is a nightlife incident that happened, but you got to look at it as, well, shit, what if this wasn't an establishment that was for the nightlife? What if it was some little kids present or whatever, and a dark girl would have seen what happened? Just saying in public. Like, what if she would have saw what happened? That would have shot down her damn confidence, and she gonna want to have her hair straightened. She gonna want to try to get lighter instead of accepting her beauty. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes it takes that person like you to be that voice for little children, teenagers, even grown women who went through that but is too scared to say something because they think something's gonna happen if they do.
Honestly, I wasn't, like, when I said my piece, I wasn't worried about if something was going to happen. I was just mostly like, wow, we came this far and we still on this. Right. Like, I thought we was done with this, Yes, I remember they subliminally saying these messages in rap songs since I've been hearing rap since, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking far as like what we've done far as black businesses, for as like having a black president, for as like first off having a black president that's mixed.
That part.
Okay, let's just say what it is, you know. So then we're there. Then to overcoming, being beaten in the street, overcoming being dragged to a cell and taking pictures of you ain't even breathing.
Right.
You like we here though. Within ourselves, we here. But everybody else on our throat, we gonna be on each other's throat too.
Yeah.
Like that's the part that's
ridiculous.
That don't make no sense. So this light-skinned person that said, or whoever feels that way, my thing is this: the people who feel this way about you too dark. Do you not know you can have a kid that can be dark?
Right.
Do you not know if you just had one that dark skinness can grow in time?
Yeah.
It's some babies who come out dark and end up light.
Yeah. Yep.
It don't even matter.
Yep. That is definitely fucking true. And I've seen it happen.
And I didn't even know people was around here doing this. I thought I was so done with this. After like Tyra Banks then hit the scene, right? And beautiful as she is, Lupita Nyong'o then hit the scene, right? Like we still on some dark skin shit.
Childish mentality, like.
Who was like world's best finest man wasn't it Eldridge?
Yeah, it was,
right?
Actually, really.
Like. And I think it wasn't. Who was the first black dude to be on GQ? Wasn't a lot of them in there. But he was super dark skinned. But I can't remember his name.
I think I know who you're talking about too.
But at the end of the day, we're still on this though.
Right.
It's sad.
It is, and I hate that you went through it. But at the same time, things happen for a reason. And maybe this is your season to,
reason for the season.
Right. You never know. Like,
but I'm not done with it though.
I'm glad.
I will not hear the end of this.
I'm glad you're not done with it because honestly, with this podcast, I'm going to, especially with this episode, I'm going to make a YouTube. I'm going to make a YouTube anyway, but I'm definitely trying to put this podcast like on different stuff. Like, hey, y'all need to listen to this. Like, listen what happened because. This doesn't make any sense. Like, this podcast, I already got it on Spotify, I already got it on Apple. Like, I'm trying to put it on all types of different platforms. And this right here is something serious. Like, something freaking serious. And I hope that this have, like, the most listeners that it ever had in life. Because we need to, like, come on now.
We got to do better.
Do better.
I want whoever's out there listening to this, if you are feeling like you are not worthy, that you are not good enough, just know that you are, because at the end of the day, you were born into this world. A lot of things could have happened that you could have not been in this world.
Right.
But you are here. And every day that you live and you take whatever you take and just know it's making you a better you. It's making you a better you. Yes. We all go through things. If you knew my life story, you'd be like, damn.
Girl, and everybody got one.
Goddamn.
Everybody, everybody go through something.
Everybody go through something.
Especially women, like all shades of women, like y'all.
All shades of women go through stuff too. And you gotta remember,
beautiful.
It's some men out here that's hurting too. Just because they men, they probably won't never really tell you that they hurting because they don't feel like they should. They feel a certain type of way. I don't know. But even some men out here, they hurting also. And we
love y'all too.
And we gotta be there for everybody.
We love y'all too. Like
I love everybody.
Right,
even if you don't like me because I'm too dark skinned, guess what? I still love you.
What's that TikTok trend? I forgot where they would be like, it start off like the sister. I think that's sister who said it, or Summer Walker. That I Hate You song. It starts off that way, and it was like, if I ever wonder if I hate you, And then Tupac come on talking about, I ain't mad at you. It's all love.
You right? It's all love.
Right.
It's all love. It's all love. It's too much energy trying to put that much energy on hating you, wishing anything ill to you. I'm dead. That's over.
My ancestors take care of that.
What I am gonna do, I am gonna put this energy into making sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. Making sure people are, looked at by what they can bring to the table and what they represent as a person, and if they have the credentials to do the job. But if you want to give them a chance to do the job because you're feeling their energy,
right? Not
because they too dark skinned.
That part.
Or they too light skinned.
Right.
I mean, whichever one, it's still discrimination either way.
Yeah.
And that's a choice. Like I said, discrimination, racism, that's a choice. You choose to be bigotry. That's a choice that you choose. Nobody, that's not something that's on it's not nothing on the questionnaire.
Right.
That's a choice you make. Just like you choose to go outside without clothes or with clothes, that's a choice.
That part. And I want to go outside without clothes every day. But it's little kids out there, so I can't. But thank you again for sharing your story and your experience of what happened. Like I say, stay on their necks. Do not let up. And we're just gonna push this forward. You're definitely the voice. I can tell you that. You're definitely gonna be the voice that people gonna need to step forward and say what they have to say. And just thank you once again. If you want to tell people the platforms they can follow you on, how to spell it.
Okay. Well, thank you, China, for having me. I want to say that. Blessings to you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.
And my name is Gensis Lovely. You can reach me on Instagram at Gensis Lovely. It's spelled GENESISLOVELY.
Woo! Say Sunday's first ever guest, episode 10, y'all. We are making it, y'all.
And you can reach me on TikTok at the same thing.
Ooh, yes.
Genesis Lovely. Everything is Genesis Lovely. TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And I believe my Snapchat is as well. If not, I will change it to that.
And once I drop this episode, of course, guys, I will have her information as well. So your information will be posted on Spotify and Apple, so they can find you, so you can have your video still posted.
Yeah, it's still posted. It will be posted, even though I will be, we go into the new year, we always delete and add our new.
Leave that one.
But I will be leaving
Take
that
it off
one.
your profile page, at least.
No, I'm going to leave it on my profile page.
Okay,
I'm leaving it on.
Good.
It's going to be on there. I will not be deleting it, moving it, archiving it.
Good.
I will not be touching it. It will be on that page.
Because my video still was on there from when I was protesting.
Right, so I will not be deleting that picture no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, unless
nothing gonna happen for it to be deleted. But
nothing's happening, so yeah.
And even if you do, you have the video on your phone to upload that shit again. You always gotta make sure you have backup, because it's crazy how the universe works sometimes, where these evil forces want to come in and try to do stuff, especially when you're doing good and trying to elevate. And they will try their best to stop your progress. So you gotta make sure you got.
That's only if you let it. It's only if
sometimes
you let
it happens and you don't even know. That's why I say you gotta prepare yourself. Sometimes there's nothing you can do to stop that. You know what I'm saying? And especially retrograde just finished and everything. So it's nothing wrong with preparing yourself to make sure you solid all 360. But yes, your social media platforms will be posted everywhere, so people know where to check your page at. I hope this episode.
And I want to thank everybody for the support and the love and the kind wishes, and even the people who had bad things to say. Yes, I did restrict you, but it's all love. Only me and you can continue to talk, okay?
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, there's no need for you to put that negativity out there.
Right.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to Say Sunday. This is episode 10 with my special guest and my lovely friend, Genesis. Thank you once again, y'all. We had our first special guest. I'm so excited. We're going to have more on this podcast. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And you guys stay tuned. YouTube is about to drop. I'm about to drop a YouTube channel with all the episodes on there. So stay tuned. Talk to you guys later.